Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we're coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. And we're going to go down to Detroit, Michigan right now, and we're going to spend a little time with Mohamad Hammoud, Senior Vice President and Market Executive for Business Banking for Bank of America, Southeast Michigan. And Mohamad, it's always good to see you. How you doing?
Doing well. Nice to see you as well.
It's good you got into work today. Isn't that fun?
Yes, yes. Trying to stay warm with all the snow outside.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about the overall findings of the Bank of America's Business Owner Report. And I'm going to be real interested in this. We just finished our semi-annual Michigan Future Business Index. And so it'll be interesting to see how they match up. What did you find?
Yes, so the 2025 Bank of America Business Owner Report was conducted in partnership with the Bank of America Institute, and the data found small business profitability growth remained resilient throughout 2025. In fact, small and mid-sized business owners expressed cautious optimism about 2026, with 74% expecting revenue increases and nearly 60% planning to expand on their businesses for this year. And about half of business owners surveyed believe that local, national, and global economies will improve over the next year. So it's always positive to see the optimism there.
The other thing is that's a very hardy bunch. They generally speaking have a positive outlook on things, no matter how bad they are. All right, so
Right.
let's talk about these sentiments. Are they reflective and what you're hearing from Michigan small and mid-sized businesses owners in your everyday work?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Southeast Michigan's entrepreneurial spirit is strong. But scaling that spirit into sustainable growth will require targeted investment and collaborative action. So we have a lot of optimism in the local, but we also know there's opportunities there, and we're constantly focused on making sure that we bridge that gap and continue to help these business owners grow and stay optimistic for the future.
Well, we didn't find that level of optimism in ours, but what factors have led them to this optimism?
Yeah, many noted that their confidence would improve, with which is what we saw a lot of in 2025, with the stabilization of the tariff policy, the cooling of inflation, lower interest rates, and stronger supply chains. And across all metrics, when you look at that, we saw all of these improve in the year 2025 with optimism looking into 2026.
It's kind of interesting because people complain a lot about the interest rates and they don't realize that the interest rates are really pretty normal. We just got really spoiled for a while.
That is correct. We do have some rates that are locked in that I don't think anyone wants to get out of. But as far as where they are today, they're definitely better than where they were just 12 months ago. And really, when you think about the rates, the pressing challenge, it's not really the rates as much as it is, the access to capital. More than half of the owners in the local survey, cite, financing constraints as their top hurdle, followed closely by the cost of capital. So these issues do limit the ability of businesses to invest in their talent, their technology, and expansion. And so that's always the more pressing challenge when you think about access to capital.
Yeah, so access to capital is always one. I have always said that a lot of the people who complain about access to capital are people that we shouldn't be lending to anyway, in some cases, you know what I mean? But that does slow growth. How about
It
your
does.
bank? Are they improving access to capital and for businesses here?
Yes, definitely. So, Metro Detroit's business ecosystem is a cornerstone for the region's economy. Yeah, it remains highly fragmented and undercapitalized. As the number one small business lender in the U.S., Bank of America is deeply committed to empowering entrepreneurs and strengthening the local economy right here in the Southeast Michigan. We're doing this through multiple avenues, leveraging our better money habits, ability to get in front of our business owners and really educate them on how to set up their finances in the right way so they can be bankable, they can get the access to capital, connecting with our clients directly, just meeting with them and learning about their business and where they're going through, and then leveraging local incubators to drive growth in the micro business economy.
It's kind of interesting because we heard for about 4.5 years, the number one challenge was getting talent, getting people, and that kind of faded off behind a few other things now. But what came in to kind of quiet that a little bit was AI and other technologies. What are you hearing out there?
Yeah, I'll tell you, AI right now is definitely ramping up at a fast pace. We always say It's not AI that's going to replace people. It's the people that know AI. They're going to replace people that don't know AI.
Yeah.
And according to the Bank of America 2025 Business Owner Report, nearly all business owners, 91% in fact, plan to adopt more digital tools, including AI, over the next 5 years to further modernize, increase growth, and improve employee efficiency. And these business owners plans to use this to accept more forms of digital payments, improve employee workflows to make daily tasks more efficient, implement more digital-first marketing strategies, and increase cybersecurity measures. All key aspects of the business that help it run and fuel the economy.
So listen, got about 30 seconds. What advice would you give to businesses about the year coming?
The advice that I would give is emerging sectors such as electric vehicle manufacturing, advanced manufacturing, healthcare, and information technology align with Michigan's industrial evolution and offer pathways to diversification. To unlock this potential, stakeholders must prioritize comprehensive capital strategies, workforce development, and digital adoption. Banks, including Bank of America, alongside local accelerators, can play a pivotal role in bridging these gaps. So, to the Southeast Michigan entrepreneurial spirit, the spirit is strong, but scaling that spirit into sustainable growth will require targeted investment and collaborative action together.
Hey, Mohamad, thanks so much for joining us. Mohamad Hammoud, Senior Vice President and Market Executive for Business Banking for the Bank of America, Southeast Michigan. Always good to have you on, my friend.
Appreciate you, Chris. Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
Watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back with more.